Hello and welcome to my Heirloom Organic Vegetable Garden update for July the 5th, and I have been busy killing myself actually in this heat. I've been doing some weeding, some serious weeding. I'm going to, like I said guys at the beginning of the season, I'm going to stay on top of it this year because I can't afford to have a repeat of last year. So my corn is not doing the best, but I gotta attack the weeds in this section here. I haven't done it yet. That's going to be this week's project. My squash down here, I can't believe how well it's growing. It is it's phenomenal. I can't believe the size of it. It hasn't started their vines yet, but I just can't believe the sheer height of it. It is the amount of plants that are there. It's going to be interesting what's going to happen here. My zucchini is really slow to start, but you know, we haven't had the best growing weather. It's been a little bit wet and not really that warm. But you know, they're gonna watch one day. They'll just they'll just take off and start happening. Now my green beans, I've got to weed this yet. I don't know what I'm doing. Is I'm weeding between the plants itself. You know, not where the straw is, but just where the plants are. Haven't done it yet. But I did the carrots yesterday. Went down, thinned all the weeds out around them. So you know, not a lot of carrot action, but enough. You know, they're doing pretty good. The rows, you know, there's carrots all the way down there. Not many spots that didn't germinate. I did the beets also yesterday. Went down the whole row, thinned them all out, got rid of the weeds that were growing up in between the plants. So this way, you know, the beets have a good chance to get going here. They're looking good. I'm happy. Tomato plants are unbelievable. I can't believe the size of the stalks. Actually, I'll give you a shot. Like, just look at the size of these stalks. They're like trees. They're doing really well. Like I can't believe the thickness of the stalks. There's I'd say probably some of my bigger tomato plants as far as stalk action, and lots of flowers happening, lots of flowers developing. So that's a good sign, especially this early in the season. My pepper plants, I don't know what's going on with these guys. They're you know, they're so small. Now, you know, they should start. We got some heat happening now. I didn't do the weeding yet on the velour beans. They're coming up really good, but like I said, I'm going down, I'm weeding in between the plants. Now, I totally destroyed, went through, took the rake, raked the whole area up, pulled all the weeds out of it, and I reseeded the parsnips because nothing was coming up and the weeds had totally taken over. So what I did was I had a bad feeling because last year, you know, we had a bad germination rate on the parsnips, and I don't know if it's a pack of seeds, so I just took a chance. I had a package, believe it or not guys, I had a package of 1,000 seeds, and I just burned. I put 500 in each row. I said, okay, if they're not going to germinate, you know, or have a very low germination rate, at least this way I'm going to get something. So I replanted them because it doesn't matter, you know, that I replanted them this late, you know, being, you know, July the 3rd, I think it was the day I did it, because this plant is going to be November anyways before I take it out of the ground. It's got to get hit with frost before they're really nice and sweet. I'm going to replant the peas. I haven't done anything yet with it. I did all my carrots. I weeded all 3 rows of the carrots. These are my colorful carrots. They always grow really good. And actually, considering I put the seeds in very lightly. I did not put the seeds in like crazy. I was very, very sparse with them, and I'm just blown away by the germination rate. Like it's really good actually. So I did those yesterday. I did this area yesterday. I weeded the whole area. So I've got, you know, they've got a good chance now. I did the beans. There was another plant section I did yesterday. I weeded all around them. Took down the whole row. Now I'm putting straw down the center here. This is all going to be straw actually today because I got to clean the barn out again. Now the rutabaga, I did the same thing. I weeded the whole row, went down, did the whole thing, thinned them out because these plants are actually should be about anywhere from 6 to 8 inches apart minimum. So I went through and weeded that. I've got lots of tomato plants. Look at this. These tomato plants from last year. Their seeds are popping up everywhere. So I'm going to be covering this with straw also down the rows. So that's what I was up to this last little while. I'm hoping by next week I have it completely done as far as weeding is concerned. That's my goal. And I'm hoping the week goes good that I can, you know, at least every day do 1 row and just eat away at it, because the weeds this year, I've got that weed, and actually I'll show it to you guys. I can't remember the name of it. It's this one here, and the thing is, I know it's edible. I know it's an edible weed. I can't remember the name. It starts with a P, and I don't know, if you guys can let me know below. I totally forget, but I know it's edible. It's a totally edible weed, and you could actually live off my garden with the amount of this year. I must have had a seed explosion last year, because I have never seen my garden as covered as it is. It is absolutely, the ground is just, it's like a carpet of that stuff, and that is the predominant weed this year. It's just covered the ground. So, but I went crazy. I went absolutely crazy weeding, as you can tell. There was back-breaking work. Believe it or not, what I just showed you guys, I bet you took 12 hours over 3 days, you know, and on my hands and knees with a little paint scraper, as what I was using to dig down to pull the roots up, because unless you pull the roots up, they're just going to come back. And that's my heirloom organic vegetable garden update for today.